Hello everyone, this is Joao Apell for Production Music Live. I'm back with another video showcasing our preset and MIDI pack for Diva. And this time we are going to be focusing more on the percussive and drum side of things. And we are going to be using our pack to add some drum and percussive elements to this track. Okay, so to start we are going to have a look at the drum elements that we already have here, which are samples. This kick, clap and ride cymbal that you're going to listen to now are present in the D Premium Volume 2 sample pack that you can get at the PML website, and it sounds like this. Okay, simple rhythm, simple groove. And we have also a noise hat that we created on our previous video, so I'm not going to go over this again. It sounds like this. Okay, and we have this drum pipeline that sounds like a tom. Let's listen to it. And this shake it that we turned into an open hat, and that sounds like this. Okay, a dynamic open hat. And these two elements are the ones that we are going to be creating now. So if I take this out of the solo, you can listen to that it makes a huge difference on the groove of our track. Let's listen to with every element and these two tracks muted. Compared to this. Okay, it's always important to have rhythmic elements in our track that are created using synth or something that has parameters that we can tweak and make it fit into our track. So all of the other elements, melodic elements that you can listen to on this track are also part of the pack. I created them just by dragging and tweaking a little bit of the MIDI and the preset, so you can find all of this stuff in the pack. And we are going to focus on our drum elements. So right now I'm going to mute these two tracks and we are going to start to recreate the sounds that we can listen to here. Okay, let's add an empty MIDI track. Let's drag an instance of Diva and let's go to our Melodic Techno Presets Pack from PML. And let's load our drum pipeline. Here it is. And it sounds like this. Let's add a MIDI clip. Okay, so it sounds like a tom mixed with conga or with djembe or with some kind of percussion instrument that uses skin to make the sound. Okay, so the sound that you can listen to, let me just write a little bit of MIDI. Okay, let's listen to only the elements that we are creating. Add the noise hat as well. this sound has a pitch, so be careful and listen to your bass line and some melodic element so you know exactly that you're tuning this drum element to your track. Okay, if I put it 2 semitones up, for example, doesn't sound as good. So always take notice of the pitch in your drum sounds, which is very important. And the sound that we are listening to is not quite ready as I want it to, so let's tweak it. Let's take the noise out. A little bit less of our plate reverb effect and a little bit less of our delay effect as well. Just boosting the volume there so we can listen to what we are doing well. Of course, we could go crazy with automation and make our tom mixed with percussion instrument go crazy during our track, but that's not the point right now. We're just making some extra groove for our track. And if we are speaking of groove, then we should add our swing, which is MPC 1654, which we are using in the rest of our track. Rename this so I know what it is. And our tom is done. Of course, we can make many different rhythms here. This is up for your taste, and we also have the MIDI corresponding to this pipeline preset that has a really nice rhythm, so you can just drag it in. And let's go to our next track, which is our Shake It that was transformed into a dynamic open hat. And when I say dynamic open hat, I mean that the open hat is not really the same all the time. So let's just drag another instance of Diva. I'm going to copy the MIDI into this new track because it's really simple. Just the off beat. Let's make it solo. And before we start, let's go to our preset list, PML Diva Melodic Techno Presets, and let's add our drum Shake It. Here it is. This is supposed to be a shaker, so it's not really going to be sounding like a open hat, but we are going to make the necessary tweaks on the synth in order to make it a open hat. It already makes quite the difference, but we have to tweak it a little further. So the difference between a shaker and an open hat or a hi-hat is the attack. If you have a slow attack, then you'll have a shaker. If you have a fast attack, then you'll have a hi-hat. So right now we have slow attack both on the filter envelope and on our main amplifier envelope. So let's listen to how that sounds. Okay, now let's drop our attack to 0, so it reaches the highest point both of the filter and of the amp instantly as soon as the note is played, and let's listen to the difference. Let's take a little bit of our delay and our phaser. Okay, so this is more of a closed head, but let's listen to the difference with the slower attack. Okay, so this is more of a shaker. And if we take our attack to the minimum time possible, get that faster and more pronunciated transient. So what we need to do next is, let's just solo a couple of more elements here. We have to make it a little bit longer, so let's go to our decay of our filter, of our amp, sorry. It's more of an open head and less of a closed head or shaker now. Let's listen to from the beginning. A little bit less of our center delay as well. And now we can tune here on the frequency, on the filter frequency or the high pass filter that comes before the filter to make it a little higher or a little lower. Let's see how it sounds. If we take a lot of low frequencies, then we get a thinner hi-hat. If not, if you want a hi-hat with more low frequencies, then just turn our high-pass frequency down. We can also come to our filter. Let's listen to everything. All the difference in the world with or without these two elements. So let's try and listen to the track without these two elements, and then a couple of bars in, this will start and you will listen to an increase in groove. Certainly. Let's solo the two elements that we just created with our kick, our clap and our ride, and let's listen to the second part of the track, maybe our bass as well, armadillo. Okay, this part here. Okay, I like to add sidechain compression on the drums, most of the drums, and in this case the tom that has plenty of low frequencies. I'm going to just copy our compressor from our main bass and I'm going to paste it here and make it a little bit less. And this has sidechain from the kick sidechain, so it will duck the delay or the reverb from the tom every time the kick shows up. Do a little bit more tweaking. This is something that is more of your personal taste. So for this video, I think we're done. We created two rhythmic or percussive elements using our MIDI and preset pack for Diva that made a huge difference on our main groove. And let's listen to the final result again. Okay, all of the other elements that you can listen to, the effects, the synths, the bass line, everything was created using the pack. So besides all of the rhythmic and percussive stuff, you already have a lot of melodic ideas that you can just drag into your track, make a few tweaks, make a few changes on the notes and on the synths, and call it your own. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys find this interesting. The melodic part is one thing, but the groove and the percussive elements and the drum elements are also very, very important. Never forget to add some toms and some noisy stuff to your track. And this pack already has all of those elements covered, so it's very easy for you to just drag them in, tweak them, and make them your own. Next step, I'm going to be making a full template using this Diva preset and MIDI pack. So stay tuned, it will be arriving shortly. And also stay tuned for more incoming videos, and I'll see you in the next one.